Good evening. It's 6 o'clock here in the United Kingdom, which only means one thing. We are first talking Flextravaganza, and this is your last live hour. Well, it's not your last live hour, it's your last live one-day special to get those Flextravaganza prices, where everything over £1 will be split onto 2 interest-free flexible payments. And I will tell you now, shop ahead of me on the web, because we're talking all indigo blue, and we are talking geodes. Yes, indeed. Good evening. I do hope you are well. That Red Bull's wearing off. Now other brands are available. I do hope you are well with this one. Now, I'm going to let you go straight in with this one. It's going to be busy. I'm going to tell you now, we've got brand new stuff on the show, brand new geodes with resin from IndigoBlu. I've got brand new Pori cups on the show as well, which everyone raves about. I know Catherine raves about them. It's the first time I know that we've brought them to the channel. Bottom of the screen for those already, £6.99 in your flexible baskets. I've got rice papers on the show that once they've gone today, they've gone on immediate dispatch, so it's worth having a little look at those as well. There's 5 different bundles you can get there. I've got, don't be fooled by the rocks that I've got. We've got the rocks on the show to make everything beautiful, to give it all the glitz and glam, and I'll be going through all of this in more detail as the show goes on. If I was you, I'd shop ahead of me on the website, I'd jump on the app or jump straight on. I wish we had a catalogue. Jump on to the book. A little flick through a catalogue for the week. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Let's introduce the guest. When we talk all things indigo blue, there is only one lady we can turn to, and it is the legendary, and it's legendary. You are okay. Legendary. It's okay. How are you, love?
I'm really good.
It's been a while.
It has.
But
I've been on holiday.
Oh, anywhere nice?
Yeah.
Oh, I've just left that there.
Northumberland. No,
Oh,
Northumberland.
very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
A little breakaway.
Yeah, breakaway with Alfie and the dogs.
But now you've come back, and we are already busy for our brand new one-day special. Now, I was saying this earlier, that I've never known. I've been here just over 2 years now, and I've never known 10% of the stock already gone. I've never known IndigoBlu resin.
I know, and we've been doing it for about 6 to 7 years. I know.
Oh my word, 15% of the stock now already gone, and I've not even shown you what you're getting yet. So we are talking all things geodes with this one. So explain me around the kit. Let's talk first about the resin itself. Let's start from the top, because that's what you'll, if you've done it for a while, you'll know what we're talking about. So by the sounds of it and what I've been reading up, this is the creme de la creme of resin. Now, I'm not knocking any other resin, that's not what I'm here to do. But you were telling me this is jewellery grade resin.
It is, yeah. There's loads of different resins out there, and some you weigh, some you mix 2 to 1. There's all sorts of different lovely resins. This is different and unique, and I like it because it's jewellery grade, which means that you get a really fine detail. If you pour it into moulds, you get a really nice dome. If you want to put added layers on, it self-heals as well, so when you put those extra layers on, you can't actually see where they are. Or if you get a thumbprint on it, you can put a layer on and it disappears. You can also get a lovely crystal clear look to it. So of course, when you're mixing it with our luscious, you get these lovely vibrant colours. It's really high and glossy, and also it's very, very tough. Like most resins, it's really, really tough. So if you were to you know, bash it around, it's not going to smash into smithereens. I mean, I use it for dipping glass into, so it strengthens the glass for jewellery as well.
It absolutely does. And but don't just think, and this, the minute we think resin, you think jewellery. You do think your geodes, you think your big thick, you haven't got to be. But look at this. So this is a card, but you could put papers into it.
I would put that in a frame, definitely.
Yeah, I would frame it as well. But then you can do things like this, like your combs. So if you've got your moulds, you can do things like these. Maybe you've got that special watch from a loved one that's maybe no longer with her, things like that. You can encase watches, pendants, charms, all in. And because of the silicone as well, that the moulds that we're getting in the geodes, 20% of the stock now already gone on this one. It's the inside. So we all know, let's bring it all back, we all know the Zuri moulds.
Yeah,
but the Zuri moulds, cracking little moulds, they really are. But you were and I didn't realise this till earlier, till you told me. They've got a matte finish on the inside, which gives you the matte look.
That's right, yeah.
Where yours have got a silky finish.
Yes. Yeah, a shiny finish. So when you actually demould, it means you get a shiny finish.
So you are going to get all the shiny finish, so all the little moulds that you get in here, you're going to get all that. So that's the resin. So the resin, oh, let's answer another question before I forget as well. So we all know resin, so this is where it starts. If we're not into our resin, maybe we've never done resin before. So you get the kit, fabulous. We've got a pair of gloves, we've got them as well. Oh, now I need a set of scales, don't I? Talk about it's all measure for measure. I have to 100 grams of this, 100 grams of that.
No, not at all. Really easy. It's just 1 part to 1 part. Really simple. So if you're measuring out 20 ml of A, you're measuring out 20 ml of B. No scales needed. In fact, don't use scales because one's heavier than the other. So it's by volume. So it's 1 + 1, mix for 2 minutes and pour. That's easy, isn't it? 1 + 1 = 2.
1 + 1 and stir.
Yeah, and stir. Stir and pour. Yeah,
we are
really,
busy
really
already now. A quarter of the stock has already gone. A quarter of the stock. You're getting your resin, you're getting your 5 cups. Now I'm not here to spend your money. Get your 5 cups, you get those anyway. I'd definitely go for the next one. The details for that are at the bottom of the screen and we'll talk about that in a minute. But I'd definitely throw them in. Definitely throw these in, okay? Throw them in, $6.99 on your first flexible payment. It's already on Flex anyway. Throw it in with your one-day special. Then you get your 3 geo molds. You get 2 with a hole in and 1 not with a hole in. I like that because it reminds me of a tree as well. Looks like like you put down a tree.
It does, like a slice of a tree.
Like a slice of a tree that you've got there. I absolutely adore it. You're also getting your stirrers as well, but if you're going for your silicone mould, you're going to get 2 silicone stirrers thrown in there as well. But look at the amount that you can do. Now, obviously, not all of this has come from the 2 bottles. I'm granted, I'll give you that. But you can get more as well that you've got there. So now imagine doing phone cases.
Isn't that amazing? I have to say, I haven't seen what the design team have been doing, but they are incredible. Thank you so very much.
It is.
It's absolutely amazing what you've come up with. It's just fantastic. So thank you so, so much.
I love it all. I'll try and get through it all as we go through as well. It's done on a plain card, so, but look, oh, there we go. Look at the finish that you have got on that and also on that jigsaw piece. So you haven't got to use them in the moulds if you don't want to. They are absolutely beautiful. £23.49 is what you are looking at for this one. You're going to get your resin, you're going to get your cups, you're getting your 3 moulds, you're getting your stirrers as well. More resin is also available on the website as well. I've got them in single pots or I've got them in big groups. 720927 is your item number. £23.49 is what you're looking at across 2 interest-free flexible payments. Right then, I knew these were going to go. I knew they were going to go. 20% of the stock now has already gone here.
Sorry to interrupt you, Adam, but again, you know me, I don't want to force people to spend money, but I actually have quite a few cups when I'm doing a lot of pouring. So if it's within your budget, go for 2 sets of those cups and stirrers because you will be grateful that you've got them.
30%, 30%, 40% of the stock. These are flying out the door. £11, 50% now of your stock has already gone of your cups. Now, as we said, it's for measure on this resin. You've got the measurements all in the cup just there. So you haven't got to worry. There you go. So there are your measurements. It's all that as well. You're also going to get 2 silicone stirrers in there. And they're started, but they have got, so you know how Catherine uses them? So when your resin dries, it's a case of pouring, scooping it out and you are good to go. £11.99. 60% of the stock now has already gone on your silicone mould. 758656 is your item number. 70%, 80% I can't keep up. If we stay on it long enough, we'll sell it out. £11.99 is what is unlimited stock. I've less than 10% of the stock left. It's green on screen. If you can double up, I would definitely double up for £11.99. I've gone your first flexible payment, £11.99. We'll get you 2 silicone cups and 4 stirrers. Next month it'll be £11.99 as well, but that gets you 4 cups. We're about to sell out. If you want yours on immediate dispatch, you need to start technically sold out. God, we all said it. We all sat in our meeting at 5:15 and said this is going to fly. It's the first time we've seen them on the channel. Catherine raves about them. Kay's raving about them. She's got 6 or 7. Well, she would do, it's her company. But, of course she'll have loads. But you're getting them as well. So, now, we've got some more stock because we knew it was going to go, so we don't need to make any magical phone calls. We've already got the stock. But now you're looking at a dispatch date of 25th, okay? The 25th of November on these ones. Once again, good things are worth waiting for, let's be fair. And then you know you're going to definitely get them. 25th, £11.99. 758646 is your item number. The 25th is my new extended date. They're already flying out of the door. £11.99. If your budget will stretch today, and I'll say it again, I will say it again for you. Flextravaganza, okay? The last one-day special in the Flextravaganza event finishes tomorrow at 6 o'clock. This price you see here, you pay that today, you can get 4, okay? In a month's time, you pay that again. Yes, I know it's $11.99, but you've got 4 cups and 4 spatulas. It's worth having. It's flying out. It's flying out of the door again. They're going to go again, okay? If you want them, go for them quick. Something else that we've got on the show. These are flying as well, absolutely flying out the door that we're looking at. You're getting your 2 moulds that's in there and 3 sheets of your plain, 5 sheets, sorry. 5 A3 rice papers is what you're getting. I literally just said what I heard. £9.99, bless you. It is there. 732143 is your item number. So we're getting the moulds in this one as well, which are nice moulds because you can do so much with a set of moulds. You can turn them into bookmarks, I'm guessing. You can also turn them into little pendants and charms and jewellery.
Yes.
Once we've turned them into, say we've used the resin, could we make them smaller? Because there are some samples where they've made them a little bit smaller. How have they done that?
So you wait until it's set overnight and it's not quite fully cured, and you can demould it and you can just cut it with a pair of scissors.
Oh, okay.
And then put it back in the mould and leave it to harden fully for the 3 days.
And then you get
it's quite pliable for the first sort of 24 hours.
Ah, so then we're getting the rice papers as well. If you've never worked with rice paper before, these are like mop-up papers, aren't they, and things like that to do backgrounds and things.
But what you can also do is you can paint them lovely colours and stamp on them, and then you can lay them into the mould and then pour the resin on top. Oh. And that's a really nice technique. And the girls have actually used some of the rice papers in theirs as well.
So it's worth having a little look.
I can show you how to do that. Yeah.
It's worth having a little look at these. There's a lot of things on the half the stock of this has already gone. 50% of the stock. There's a lot of things on the YouTubes at the moment and the social medias about resin. I saw one the other day and they put a dandelion encased it into resin.
No, that's amazing.
Which was absolutely, and you would think it would all fall apart, but it didn't, and they lit it up. It looked absolutely stunning. But this is the way to go. This is the way to start your journey. Now imagine doing pendants like this with tiny photos in. If you've got a selfie printer, putting little family photos in and keeping memories. At £9.99, £4.99 on your first flexible payments is what you're looking at. £4.99, 732143 is your item number. Right then, don't be fooled by the rocks that she's got. She's still Kay from the block. Choose any 2 packs is what you're 12 quid. Come on now, £6. £6 on flexible payments for a bag of goodness. Is what you're looking at here, if you don't mind me saying. A bag of goodness. Now, you are buying into a collection. There will be more coming later at a later date, but this is the first lot that I've got for you at the moment. So now you can choose, they're a pick and mix. There's 8 to choose from. So you can choose, you could go for them all if you want. What would that be? 12, 24, 36, 40, £48 today. Split the cost into 2. £24 today. We'll get you every single rock that's here. Everything that is here now. £12 is what you're looking at. We will see these in action. We will see them in action because I don't think the bag's not selling it to me, but they are absolutely beautiful. The TV's doing these no justice whatsoever. Look at this. How beautiful is that? Absolutely stunning. Now, once you've opened your bag, where do you put them all? Well, let me give you the details. I'm rushing ahead. 531805 is your item number for that one. Once you've opened your bag, though, what do you do then? Like your little pegs and they open up? No. Pop them into your jars. Get your jars for £9.99. Pop them into your little jars. Keep them all safe and sound. And you really can't go wrong. I reckon as well, if you're clever enough, which I know you are, the little borders that you get in the little bookmarks, you could bend those around once they're malleable and wrap them around your jars and make really snazzy jars for little giftables and things like that. It's worth having. I know, look at me, I've had a good sleep.
Bangles.
Little bangles. Yes, with those as well. You see, there's so much possibilities. We've not even scratched the surface. Right then, let's go to demo. Jump to the website. It's the quickest and easiest way to do it. See, I've got more resin on there. I've got bigger resin on there. Oh my word, your one-day special. We are very busy. 2/3 of the stock now has already gone for your one-day special. We are so busy. Half of the stock of the restocked, extended stock of the silicone kit has already gone. So you know the 2 cups? Half stock already gone. Half the stock. And I don't know if there's any more after that. I generally don't know. We don't know.
Might have to do
There might be a
some
phone call
calls.
tomorrow.
Yes.
It's 6 o'clock at night. No one's awake. It's what day are we on? Thursday. There's only us here, to be honest. Buyers have all gone home. Don't risk it, because if it comes back again, it's going to be on a longer extended delivery. Just saying. Let's see it in action. Let's do it.
Okay,
So
we're
you-
ready. Sorry, I couldn't see the monitor, so I'm just stood here waiting for you to
No,
tell
it's all
me.
you. It's all
Okay,
you.
so you get some stirrers and you get some cups. I'm using the silicone ones, and as you can see, I've got a couple here. These cups you unfortunately have to throw away, so this is why we only give you 5. I would recommend that you get the sort of the cheap ones from, I was going to say the name of it, but fast food places, you know, that you put your tomato sauce in, those. You
The
can get those
Donald's?
really, yeah, can you say that?
Old McDonald.
Old McDonald, KFC and Burger King.
There you go.
There you go. Sorted.
Say anything on my hours, to be honest. That's nothing to half the stuff I normally say, so look, you're getting away with it quite lightly by just saying that.
Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mix quite a large amount of this because we've got an hour show and I could probably get through quite a lot of this. So you always start with part A. It's really, really simple. The instructions are actually on here. So it's just mix 1:1 ratio. So that's 1 part of this and 1 part of that. So we've done part A.
Is it an idea to
Sorry, the lights.
mark your lids? Because you don't want to put a B lid on A lid because you're going to seal your lid. You're going to seal the bottle shut. If you've got bits spilt over.
Yeah, I suppose so. But I always put the lid on
Oh, okay.
again before I open the next one normally.
Good idea.
So I'm using the silicone cup because they are fantastic. And then it's really, really easy. You just stir for 2 minutes. Okay, so do you want to time me on this?
So it's
Now-
17:17.
That's right. So you can stir quite vigorously. Don't worry about bubbles or anything because they do, you know, pop later on. So don't worry about that. The main thing is that you mix it. Now what's important with this resin is it's easy to measure out, say 20 ml of A and 20 ml of B. But you don't want to be putting it on the scales because one is heavier than the other. So literally you are mixing it by volume. And what you'll see is you'll see it go sort of a bit cloudy as you're mixing it. And also you'll feel the resistance of B is a little bit thicker than A, and then it'll start to go clear, and then that's when it's really nicely mixed. But as I say, 2 minutes, and to be honest, I always do a little bit longer just to be on the safe side. Now, some tricks for you, because I know we've been doing resin for a long time, and a couple of friends had actually been in contact, and a couple of the DT, and said, listen, I've actually got some of your resin and I bought it and I've used some, but the extra I put in the cupboard and it's been sat there for years, and it's got, one of them has gone yellow, and I'm going, well, it's out of date. It's oxidised, which is normal, but let me give you a trick and then you can try it. If you put it into a bowl of really hot water, just up to here, it will make it fluid again because one of them had sort of crystallised. And hot water will make resin fluid again before it's mixed, obviously. And you know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter because, you know, it's out of date and everything, but at least give it a go. And it works perfectly.
Okay.
So if you've got yours stored in a really cold room or, you know, a shed or whatever, and it's gone really cold and it's really thick and you can't get it out of the bottle, then put it in some hot water, the bottle that is, and it will just make it really fluid. All right, so we've mixed a really nice big chunk there. If you're doing jewellery, definitely don't do this much because that would probably do, you know, the whole counter worth of jewellery because you only put a tiny bit, but we're actually going to be using lots of this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix a few colours because I'm going to demonstrate for you how to do a geode pour, okay? So I'm going to start off with, I'm going to use these up. This is out of the blue.
70%, sorry to chip in guys, sorry, 70% of your one day special now has already gone. This is the first live hour of 5. Just going to throw that out. Just going to throw that out there.
What was that,
First
Adam?
live hour, 70% of the stock.
crikey.
You've not even seen a pour yet. You're either one step ahead of me. You're very shoppy savvy, which I absolutely adore. 70% of the stock already gone out the door. £46.90. If you want the accessory kit, the details for them are at the bottom of the screen. But over 60% of the extended stock has already gone. I know. Back to Kay.
Wow. Right, so I'm dripping here. So what not personally, but the cup is dripping.
Okay. Oh, you lowered that. Good job. This is not the repeat.
Oh dear me.
Mop and
Trust
bucket for
me to
Kay,
say
please.
that,
Mop
yeah.
and bucket for Kay,
Get me a
please.
tissue.
Making it worse.
Oh, shut up, shall I? Alfie's now cringing in the corner
Yeah,
going,
oh,
oh,
no.
okay, shut up. Right, so I've actually put one of my paint mats down. And the paint mats are brilliant because, as I've said in the past, they don't allow anything to stick to it, or if you spill some resin on it, you can actually just peel it off. So it's absolutely brilliant. And I've just got some cardboard underneath so that I can lift it up and put it somewhere level. I have discovered that everywhere in my shed, my studio is not level. And when you do resin, you quickly find that out. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to tell you all the colours that I've used. So the dark blue is called Out of the Blue, Luscious. Then I've got Peacock, which is this lovely teal colour. And then this is Gold. So just got a bit of gold there. And then I'm going to be doing a white now. You've probably heard me say in the past with your Luscious that, you know, you always go for your sexy colours, your gorgeous colours, the colours that really sing to you. But I've always said, make sure you get yourself some of the Magic Sparkles and maybe the blue cast or red cast colours. And the reason for that is we actually use these to mix into our Luscious to give them various different extra tones. And they're on a white base. So I use them. I've got a bit of Magic Sparkle in there and I've got a bit of blue cast. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that and mix that in. So you've noticed that I've put the Luscious in first and then I actually mix that up. Now, how much do I put in? Oh, I don't know. Honestly, I just make it up as I go along. I actually like putting a lot in because I want a really dense, bright colour. But if you want it a bit more see-through, put a lot less in. So, and you've got big, you know, you've got a big amount in your jars there for Luscious. So you've got plenty to work with. Right. Okay. So I've still got lots in my cup there of that. Now, do you need me to move all of these cups so you can see what I'm doing? Would that be better? Okay, let's move those out of the way. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with just get a piece of tissue, not tissue. Tape. And because we've got animals, like dogs, just go on the inside of your mould and it just makes sure that you get all the little bits and pieces out. Now there's a little bit of, let me get a soft cloth. Here we go. I've got some mica in there. Now a little tip for you, easy peasy. You need some of this when you're doing pours. Okay, this is on your end of call. So that when you go to... It's actually our stamp cleaner. Oh. We use it to take off all the inks off our stamps and it really gives them a really good clean. But it's alcohol based, so it's superb for cleaning out your moulds. It's really good for cleaning your hands as well. I've got gloves on. I would recommend when you're using resin, because it is a polymer resin, to always wear gloves. Okay, and it's also good for cleaning out your moulds and everything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the darkest blue. All right, so I'm just going to squeeze the cup so I've got a nice small lip and I'm just going to go around the outside. Okay.
Three
There we
quarters
go.
now of your one day special has now already gone. 3/4
Crikey.
of the one day special stock, and we had a vast amount of stock, I must say. More than normal.
So we're going to go with our gold next. So thank you guys for ordering, and you, you will love it though. It is really fantastic doing this. Okay, so I've got 2 there. I'm going to start pouring in the middle now, like you would with an acrylic pour, a paint pour, or some people call it a puddle. So I'm going to do a nice bit of peacock in the middle there. Isn't that gorgeous? And can you see your concentric rings? I'm then going to come in with some white. Oh, and I'll do some dark blue again. Let's do a bit of dark blue in there. Just right into the centre, and just let that push out all the colours. I'm then going to come in with some white. Now I only want a little bit of white. There we go. And then I'm going to go
Looks
with
like a Turkish eye.
the dark. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? And then I'm going to go with the.
Now it does.
That lovely dark blue is just amazing. I'm going to go with the gold again.
If we wanted
Now,
patterns in this and things, I'm guessing we could run a cocktail stick through it this time if you wanted to pull
Absolutely,
things out.
you can. But interestingly enough, it does move. It really does look different from when you start off. So I would probably wait until it's set a little bit before you run a cocktail thing through it, cocktail stick, because it will sort of soften up, not harden, but it will be a bit more sticky. So I have got cocktail sticks, and you can do that, but I would wait maybe for an hour. So I'm going to put lots of that peacocking because I really like that. And then I'm going to put some more white in. Now I wasn't going to put as much in as that because I'd mixed more than I needed, but I'm just having far too much fun, so I'm just going to carry on. Because no, you don't necessarily need to fill up the whole of this mould. You don't have to have them really thick. You can do them halfway if that's what you fancy. So again, I'm just going to finish off that lovely dark blue. That's out of the blue, that one. And then let's finish off. No, I'm not going to finish off the gold because I only want a little bit of gold in there. And then I am going to put some more of that peacock in there. So you can already see round the outside here that the gold is sort of pushing underneath the blue and coming up over the top, which is absolutely gorgeous. And I'll show you one that I've done previously. So what I've done here is I've actually put some rocks in now in the middle. And what will happen is they will actually sink, but it will push that resin further out and make it really, really mix. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the rocks in. So I'm going to choose the lovely sort of turquoisey ones. So I'm going to put just a little bit in the lid and just tap it into the middle there.
Your favourite in the rocks are your mermaid pebbles at the moment?
Oh, they are nice because I've mixed in, we mix them ourselves those, you see, and I've mixed in bigger rocks, and I've got some glitter in as well. And then I'm going to go with some sapphire because that'll go with that blue as well. Just put a little bit of that in. And with this one, I have actually put some of our famous unicorn sparkles. Now, again, this is lovely. Just stick your finger in there.
I don't feel like nothing.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. It's not like sugar. It's not. You can't feel it.
It's thinner than sugar. I don't really know how to describe it.
It's silk, isn't it? It just
is.
feels like silk. Isn't it lovely?
I love this.
Isn't it gorgeous?
Make my pupils sparkly.
And it's biodegradable as well. So can you see how this has really changed now already? So
you can see it from there. Look at the sparkle there. Just look.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah. Don't touch your hair, whatever you do.
Oh, imagine. Who needs Strictly? Oh, let's go back to Kay.
You were dancing on the way into the studio.
I was tap dancing on the way in.
I knew you could tap dance. Doing a bit of a shuffle, toe tap shuffle. So, can you see here now? Look at what's going in. Can we come in? Oh, look at that. Come in really close. And then you can really see what's going on here.
Look at that.
So, let me just get a wipe. Just going to wipe my gloves. Now, also, you can see it almost fizzing. Now, those are all the little bubbles popping. If you want to help them along, you can use a heat gun. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? That is just incredible.
We've had a good question from Christine. How long does it last? How long does the resin last with the unopened in the bottle?
Unopened.
And then opened when you've opened it?
Do you know, I was supposed to find that out as a definitive answer, but I cannot remember exactly. So I will find out and I'll let you know at 8.
Christine, tune back in at 8 o'clock. It will be the first thing I answer, okay?
Yes.
8 o'clock, just in case you're busy, you know, oh, here we go again. So I'll do it right at the top of the hour, okay, for you. So as soon as we get to 8 o'clock, I'll do my spiel and it'll be the first question that I ask Claire. Claire, who's Claire?
Who's Claire?
Who's Claire? Kay. Who Claire is. Over 3/4 of the stock now has already... Oh, look at this. 3/4 of the stock has already gone on your one-day special. Look at that.
That's amazing, isn't it? Absolutely amazing. So I'm just going to show you this one, which I'm just going to demold. Okay. There we go, look at that. Wow, it's lovely. Now this one I didn't actually put any white in, and there isn't any gold in this. It was just the blues, which is why I wanted to put some gold in as a contrast. But you can actually just see it's lovely. Now the back, look at that. So it depends which side you like the best. I personally like this one. But it's gorgeous, isn't it? It's lovely. Now, if you wanted, you could actually put some clear over the top and dome that, which I can show you. But just give me a minute to put this somewhere safe, and I'll see you in a minute.
I will give you a minute. Oh, it'd make a beautiful coaster, wouldn't it? Imagine doing 4 of them as a set of coasters for outside.
That's exactly right. And people on the internet sell these for a huge amount of money. Huge amount of money.
They do.
So
we've been looking. We did our research before, but we are very, very busy. Almost 80% of the one-day special stock now has already, I love the shimmer, has now already gone, is what you are looking at on this one. You get your resin, your 5 cups, your 3 moulds and your 5 spatulas as well. All for £23.49. £46.98 is a one-off payment, or split the cost of 2. Get in there quick. If you want yours on immediate dispatch, get in there quick before I take it limited, because that will be my next call. Limited stock. 80% of the stock now is already gone. My next call will be limited, and this is the launch hour. Okay, 720927 is your item number for your one-day special. I'm not here to spend your money. I know that. I'm here to get you the best possible detail, but I would throw these in as well. They sold out, and 2/3 of the extended stock now has already gone. 2/3 of my extended stock now has all gone. You are getting the 2 measuring cups. You're also going to get the 2 spatulas included in these as well. For £11.99, that's £6.99 on your flexible payments. Now remember, this is the last one-day special of the event of Flextravaganza. Okay, and I can tell you now, there's not another event for a while. I know that because I've just done the voiceover for it. So there is not another event for a while. Okay, no, the next one's good. So or involves freebies and all sorts. But for £11.99, get 2 of your cups now, 70% of the extended stock. I don't know if I can get any more of these today. I genuinely do not know if I can get any more. I know we won't be getting any for the 8 o'clock show. I can tell you now for the repeat show, I don't think there'll be any more until tomorrow morning. I'm just going to put it out there. I generally don't know the answer myself, but I don't think we can get any more of these. £11.99. Don't risk it for a biscuit. 758647 is your item number. Bookmark Kit up next. This is limited stock. Come on now, people. Give me something to work with at 8 o'clock. Limited stock is what we're looking at on this one now. £9.99 is what you are getting. 732143 is your item number that you are looking at. You're getting your 2 bookmarks. You're also getting your A3. Obviously, we've folded it down here. But it is A3, 5 sheets of A3 rice paper that you could submerge into your resin. Submerge it with beautiful colours and then flowers on top. But submerge it with whatever you want to submerge it in. Knock yourself out. It's £9.99, £4.99 on 2 flexible payments. 732143 is your item. Oh, here we go. Technical sellout. It's a technical sellout. What's the good news? Oh, we've got more. 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks extended delivery if you want some more. I didn't know that either. I learn stuff. They don't tell me nothing in this building anymore. So I've got some more. 2 weeks extended delivery is what you're looking at. So the date with that would be 25th of November. 25th of November. That means it's only 4 weeks to Christmas. You'll get it in time for Christmas. Maybe it's a gift. £9.99 as a gift. 2 resin miles. You could make some gifts. Don't take long to cure. You could have them done. Or imagine them little name sets. Oh, little nameplates for Christmas. Little nameplates for Christmas that you've got there. You can buy the little letters that you can pop in. Oh, now we're talking. Move over, Mabel. £9.99. Bit of tinsel, broken bauble. You know you always break one. You always drop it somewhere, don't you? Just sprinkle that in. Be careful your little digits. But drop them in there so it shimmers and imagine making pendants for the Christmas tree. Get all emotion. I can't do that for mine. I've already put my tree up. 732143 is your item number. The rocks are flying. Rocks are flying. Sounds like the area I used to live in. The rocks are flying. Mother, the rocks are flying again. Just get in then and don't play with them again. Now, £12.99. You can choose any 2 packs. There's 8 to choose from that you're getting there. You can flex your budget on these ones. You have got your turquoise that's in there. You've got your old silver. Like old silver. You've got peridot that's in there. Amethyst. Vintage gold nugget. Unicorn wishes. Mermaid pebble. You're loving mermaid pebble. And then you've got sapphire in there as well. 531805 is your item number. Wood. These go perfect together. And then go for your little pot. Go for your little pots. Now, 40% of our little pots have already gone. I think these are just handy anyway to have around the house, to be honest. I reckon they're also handy if you stay in a lot of hotels, if you're going abroad. You could put little shampoos, conditioners in there if I was you. You could put a contact lens solution in there if you're out and about and you want to lock it all in. I think these are really little handy little pots and I have an urge to push them over. £9.99. 802645 is your item number. More resin. If you want more resin, let's go for a duo pack is what you're looking at. It's 2 kits in one, so you're going to double up on everything with a £10 saving and 2 flexible payments on it as well. £49.98 is what you're looking at on this one. 245733 is your item number for your twin pack, so that's double of everything. 40% of the 40%, I've not even shown you the details for this yet. I've only shown you it on the website briefly. 40% of the stock has already gone of the duo pack is what you're looking at on this one. 245733 is your item number. Guess what? Guess what? I knew I said my next announcement would be this. We're green on screen. Means you're keen. Limited stock for the 1 day special. We are limited stock for the 1 day special. Now, I'm going to tell you outright, I know I can get more of this, but it will be on extended delivery. So if you want yours on immediate dispatch, you need to start checking out your baskets, or you need to pop it into your baskets and check them out. You need to start checking out your baskets now. If you want this on immediate dispatch, I think there's a 2-week wait on the next lot. So it's worth getting it now. If you want it now, get it now. 720927 is your item number. £46.98 across 2 interest-free flexible payments of £23.49. It's worth having a little look. You're getting your geodes, you're getting your sticks, you're getting your pots, you're getting your resin. And look at just what you can make. There is so much beauty. There is so much glitz. There is so much glam. If you're thinking, all right, Adam, I don't make geodes. I just make cards. You can make what you want. Look at this. You can just give the geodes away as a gift if you really want to. But then you can do these. You can make cards. You can make coasters. I have so much stuff back here. I feel like the Little Mermaid. You've got... I absolutely love it, is what you're getting in there. You're also getting... you can make little pendants that's in there. I don't know what this is. I'm intrigued. What is this, Kay? What is this?
It is actually a bookmark mould. Oh no, what it is you know our incense sticks.
Oh, you put a little incense stick in there.
Yeah, I know, it catches the ash.
That makes sense now. I thought it didn't. If it was a shoehorn, I was like, well, you could make a shoehorn.
Because it's not completely cured. It's still pliable.
Which means you could bend it round something if you wanted to.
Yeah, and make. Be careful.
But it will sit straight. Don't worry. Whoever made it, your name's not on it, but it's lovely. It's fine. Limited stock. Green on screen. What was we've had another email in. Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn. We've not spoke to Marilyn before, I don't feel. Hi, Marilyn. Thank you for emailing. She said, how do we let it set? Do we let it cure naturally? Do we provide heat? Do we put it in the airing cupboard? Do we leave it outside in the garden? I ad-libbed the end of it. But she wants to know how to cure it.
OK, so it's a chemical process. So heat and cold don't really necessarily speed it up at all. So it's a chemical process and it will take 3 days to cure. It's still pliable and you can take it out of the mould before then if you want to actually manipulate it, wrap it around a bottle or make a bangle or something like that. So just let it sit naturally, normal room temperature. Just make sure that it is level. I've actually been using some blue tack behind me to get it level because it was sort of sliding to one side.
You put it on the shelf, the magic TV shelf.
So just make sure it's level, and if you want, I would actually put an upturned plastic box over the top, and it just protects it from any sort of dust, or in my house, dog hairs, you know, from floating around. So you want that. Although half the time I can't be bothered. But yes, just leave it. It'll be ready in 3 days. What I tend to do is my empty cup I leave on the side at the same time, and rather than sticking my finger in it to test whether it's right, I actually just pull out the stick and see how firm or relaxed it is and how much longer it actually does need. But it's 3 days before you can actually then, you know, package it up and send it in the post. And I would suggest that you use some glassine paper to wrap it in, and that way it won't stick to anything, just in case you haven't fully cured it. Or double-sided wax paper, actually, which is what I have in my kitchen. So glassine envelopes or wax paper if you're shipping it to anyone. But a little tip for you, all of the excess resin that I just mixed up, all the colours, I thought, well, I'm not going to waste it, so I grabbed another mould and I poured it into that mould. But it was starting to thicken up, and you can see that this is now getting a little bit thicker. Okay, so you can see there that it's thickening up, it's coating the stirrer there. So I might want that to run a little bit more. It's quite good if you want it to be a slow pour, and you maybe want to just fill up a little jewellery piece, like a pendant or something, but I don't. I want it to actually, you know, give me a smooth layer. So what you do is you get, now this is all quite safe, the silicone won't burn, that silicone won't burn, but my mat will, it will melt. So I'm just going to leave it on the glass there, and what you can do is you can just warm it up with a heat gun, or you can put it into a cup with really hot water in it, boiling water, but be very careful that you don't get any water in your silicone. Okay, so when I warm this up, and then if you just watch this, Look how runny that is.
Oh yeah, you can see the difference.
So it means that your working time is extended. So basically what you're doing is you're halting that chemical process by heating it up and just allowing it to be more fluid for longer. So that's a really good tip, especially if you work in a cold shed like I do sometimes. It can be a bit cold. Now, if you want to make this nicely domed, you can actually pour it into this mould and allow it to dome. But the trouble is I've already demoulded it once. So what might happen is it might seep underneath the actual mould itself. So I'm going to take it out and do it on here, and I'll just show you how to do that. But also want to show you is I made this, you might have remembered a few months ago it must be now. This is using rice paper. The rice paper that we've got on the show, torn up into little pieces and actually attached with our slap-it-on ceramic. It's set in the oven with it being ceramic, and you get this really nice finish to it, okay, which is like a matte finish. But when we were doing the resin art, I was like, actually, I'm not that keen on the matte finish anymore. Let's try a nice gloss finish. So what I've done is I've actually painted on a thin layer of the resin. So it gives it this lovely, bright, shiny surface. Now, the great thing about using a gloss is that it really shows off the colours. Can you see how the colours are reflected?
Yeah.
And that's what gloss does for you. In my mixed media work, I do like to use matte a lot of the time, but to be honest, at the moment, I'm moving more towards gloss because look at the colour difference between those. So it's really quite striking. Okay, so just to do a bit of doming on here, I'm going to do this fairly quickly. Normally I would take a little bit more time on this. So you want to pour a little bit into the middle and then just use your stirrer just to push it to the edge. And what will happen is it will sort of find the edge and it will then level out, because this is a really good self-leveling resin, especially when you've just warmed it up and it's nice and fluid. So it's also got what's called a surface tension as well. All resin is like this because it's quite viscous. It's got a really good surface tension. So what that means is that it won't actually overflow. As long as you don't put too much on here, it's not going to overflow. It's going to create a nice dome effect. Okay, so I know it's probably difficult for you to see this with it being, you know, clear on clear. But I think it's important that you get to know this. And this is the same technique whether you're actually doing a jewellery piece, some earrings or a pendant or whatever it happens to be, whether it's in a mould or out of a mould. So now it's all completely covered. But if you look closely, you'll see it's almost like an orange peel look. It's not even. So you just need to put a little bit more on until it just finds its own level and it levels out itself, and then you get this nice sort of dome effect. You don't want to do it too much because it does generate a little bit of warmth, a little bit of heat, because it is a chemical process, and in that it will expand slightly, so you don't want it to overflow the edges. But don't worry if that happens, because you can wait until it's actually set the next day and it'll still be pliable, and you can actually just cut off any bits that have just overflowed a little bit. Okay, so then you've got, I can't really lift that up that much, but you can just
we can see it. It's like the top of a swimming pool. It's like ice on a water.
It's lovely, isn't it? Really, really lovely. So that gives you another super layer, and if you just get your heat gun on this.
You've got a tiny little bubble in that.
Just there, the bubble?
Yeah.
There we go.
Look at that.
And the heat just forces all the air bubbles to the top, and it just pops them all. You can of course use a little cocktail stick, but I found just a blast of a heat gun and then that's it, that's done. How much time do we have?
That's
7 minutes. Okay, let me very, very quickly show you how to fill a middle. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is take some wide sellotape, packing tape, anything like that. Oops. Let me get a piece that isn't all crumpled. So this one, it was an experiment, and it wasn't as successful as I actually wanted it to be, but I actually now quite like the fact that it's pale and interesting, that you've got this sort of pearlised look, and you've still got some rocks round here and a little bit of black underneath. And then what you do is you just use one of your stirrers and you just burnish it so that it's really well stuck on the back here. Now you can do this with any sort of frame or jewellery piece, and I will show you some really nice tricks tomorrow, and maybe at 8 o'clock as well. So it's really nice and firm. Okay, so yes, that is the sticky part, but that's fine. And then you want to go to town with all your lovely rocks and things. Now I've got some, this is sort of like a mix that I've scooped up off the table. I might have spilled a few and I've just swept them up into one of these jars, and it's sort of a mix of all sorts. So I've got a little bit of the purple, the gold in there. I might put a tiny weeny bit of turquoise in there, just a little tiny hint. And then I've got some unicorn sparkles as well. And let's go for just a hint of the mermaid as well, because that's got all sorts in. Okay, and then I'm just going to stir those up a little bit. And then I've still got some left. I'm just going to put my gloves back on again. So you don't need disposable gloves. Washing up gloves is fine, and if you want to reuse your washing up gloves, all you need to do is wash your hands with the alcohol wipe things, you know, the sanitizer.
Oh yeah,
because it's got alcohol in. Just rub it all over, and that will get rid of all of the resin off your hands. Okay, so nice little tip for you. So I'm just going to put some more colour in here.
Just before you pull that,
yeah,
the 1 day special has now technically sold out.
Wow.
Your 1 day special has now technically sold out. I've got more, but it'll be dispatched to the 25th of November is what you're looking at now. And when that one's gone, that one is actually gone now. So the 25th of November is what you are looking at for the dispatch date on this one. My immediate delivery has now sold out. But if you do want your 1 day special, the 25th of November is what you're looking at. A perfect gift for Christmas. 720927 is your item number. You can be creating things that look like these geodes, that look like the real thing, and you have been creating them. You have got the moulds to do them. And remember, with them being moulds, you could also make geode soap.
Yes.
Just got to throw that out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that would look really cool, wouldn't it, actually, because
like
you've got soap kits. So you can see here that you've got your rocks and everything, and when this sets, it'll be clear. Careful of the sellotape around the edge. Oh, I've just pushed it right round there. So what I can do is I can actually paint on another layer just to make that almost float, but that's going to be beautiful. So what I will do is I'll probably show you that. So I buy really cheap brushes, you know, the kids brushes.
Yeah.
You get like a pack of 10 for £1, and I use these brushes to actually paint with the resin, because you can only use them once, because obviously they'll harden, won't they? I have tried washing them in alcohol, but it's not always that successful. And the trouble is with reusing stuff is that you don't want any residue of resin in it, because it'll start off the chemical process too early. That's why we throw things away. But I'll just show you a little trick with these really cool silicone jugs as well, because
Got about 2
lovely,
minutes
look
to
at
go.
that. So you can put a really nice thin layer on, And what I'll do is I'll do the same as well on the other side. When it's set,
So it seals it all in?
It will seal it all in, and also I'll show you how to get rid of the residue of that. So I'll do that tomorrow when that's set. But you can start to see those rocks coming through now.
I love it. It's like the cave. It's like opening to a cave that you got there.
Lovely,
You could
isn't it?
There's some amazing stuff you could do with these if you had the time. I'm seeing like you could have animals in there, or maybe even a pendant that you pop inside.
Yeah.
That you could technically pop out and wear as a pendant, or encase a photo inside there if you wanted to. £46.98 is back on extended delivery from the 25th of November is what you're looking at now. 720927. 3 sellouts in the first live hour is what we're looking at. There is another 4 hours to go. We are back at 8 o'clock tonight. If you've got anything in your basket now, over 80% of the accessory kit has already gone, and that's the extended stock that we're talking about. The early word catches the worm, the second mouse gets the cheese, as it were. For the sheer fact, if you missed it and if it's in your basket, I would definitely start checking it out now, because I do not want you to miss out on any of this. We are back at 8 o'clock for more demos. We've got even more on the show that we've not even seen yet. I've got rice papers on the show that we've not even looked at because we've been ridiculously busy. I've got more of the kits of the mediums as well. I've got more of the resins. You're absolutely loving them, and I've not really showed you them in any details as well, the bigger sets of that. And remember, this is the last one-day special of Flextravaganza. So you try and buy this tomorrow after 6 o'clock. You won't get flex payments on some of it. Thank you, Kay.
Thank you so much.
We'll do the same again at 8 o'clock.
Yes, yes.
And we'll go in more details. If you've got any questions as well for Kay, email them in, put in your subject bar for Kay, and we will read them out at 8 o'clock this evening. Do not hesitate about that. Right then, if you have got anything in your baskets of your one-day special, I'd definitely start checking it out now if I was you. Don't go anywhere, though. There is so much more to shop for here on the wonderful world of the craft store. We are the craft shop that never, ever shuts. Trust me.